sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic.
Main roads are looking good, but watch for construction on I-135 northbound at Kellogg. The ramp to go west is under construction. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Mostly sunny, windy, and warm today. We'll go south winds 20 to 30 and some higher gusts, high 75. Partly cloudy this evening. Could see an isolated shower or storm late. Overnight low 56. Decreasing clouds, breezy, and even warmer Thursday, high 80. Showers and storms are likely Thursday night into Friday. Cooler as well with a high of 71 on Friday afternoon. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Better than a halftime show. And we don't even have backup dancers.
Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey, Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. So, how did last night's rock fight treat you? I'm talking about Michigan's 69-63 win over UConn to take down their second natty in program history. Yes, the game was ugly, and no, Michigan doesn't care how it looks. If anything, it proved that they can win ugly. It proved after running over their first 5 opponents, they could grind out a tough, nasty win over UConn, a team that was staring down the barrel of a dynasty. And despite that win, there's still plenty of noise about how Dusty May and the Wolverines bought that title, gamed the system, or even worse, somehow cheated. Now, Michigan's football team may have cheated to win their natty, not the basketball team. And May didn't game the system. He took advantage of the system. Like any other coach in the country could have, he just did it better. He identified, procured, and developed his talent, and he got 100% buy-in. That's how you take a beaten-down program to a natty in only 2 years. You don't have to like the men of Michigan, but you do have to respect them. I'm Jim Rome.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Fucking yeah. Really? I mean, is that going to be a thing now? You like it? Thanks, catchy. What are you looking at? Oh.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Aloha, Mr. Hyde.
That music means it's a Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday. Everybody, glad to be with you here on Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, Max Power is producing for us. He's got your hotline at 869-1240. We've got your video comments coming in. Facebook, YouTube, X. Thanks for watching us on 12 News Connected. You can always email the show, sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. You can leave us your voice messages if you're listening to us through the Odyssey app. Just hit that little microphone. Lots of different ways to get in touch with the program here as we are thick now in the middle of portal season. We should be chatting with Wichita State Athletic Director Kevin Saul later this morning. Shreyas Laddha, our KU insider. Later this morning, we'll get to the latest on all of this portal news. So not to worry. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Caddy Snack, Wichita's golf beer. Caddy Snack Blonde Ale, refreshingly crushable, makes the perfect pairing from the first tee to the 19th hole, no matter the score. Caddy Snack reminds you to beer the ball. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Good morning, TJ. How are you?
Hello. I was going to get some golf in this morning as it's, just a little windy, but it's still golf weather. Then my dentist called and I have an appointment now because I was on a wait list, and being an adult sucks.
Yeah, that's I don't know that. I don't know how many people I'd tell that story to.
I don't know.
That's pretty bad.
I know. I had to push back the dentist appointment from like 3 months ago, and they're booked out for like a year. So this is the opening I got. So I'm
just
going
a regular old dentist appointment.
Yeah.
If
I said no, it'd be another like 5 months. I have yellow teeth. Working TV, Jacob.
I'm not sure how that works. I don't think they get yellow. No, I'm a dentist guy. I go to the dentist.
I hate the dentist.
I generally, it's just cleaning. I don't really have, knock on wood, much to worry about ever. Shout out to all the dentists out there listening right now. Thanks for being here with us this morning. It's a weird time of year trying to keep up with the transfer portal. I'll be honest. We're doing our best. TJ more so than I. Full admission there. We're getting ready for the Masters as well. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow they'll be teeing off for the Masters. No Tiger Woods. We haven't talked about that story. How much of a bummer is that? No Tiger Woods. I think it's a huge bummer. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care where he finishes. You get that, like, we're all, everybody, still, he has that impact on golf. You're like, how's Tiger doing? You look at the score, you're like, oh, yeah, but how's Tiger? Not this year.
It's true. Par 3 today.
Does it bother you how nonchalantly they can fire hole-in-ones at the par 3 day? I mean, what do we see, like $1 million a year? They're just like, let me just drain this here.
That brings up the conversation that we've had, is that if you play a par 3 course like you and I, Jacob, and you make a hole-in-one, does it count as a hole-in-one?
I think it does, yes. I guess it'd have to, the par 3 course I grew up on, they were all pretty short. Like they were, most of them were no longer than 120 yards, I don't think. So that's where it gets a little tricky.
What if you hit a hole-in-one on like a 60-yard par 3 on one of the little par 3 courses?
I mean, are you asking me if I'd count it? I'd count it. Hell yeah.
But I'm saying, if you hit it, every time you tell somebody you have a hole-in-one, you have to say, yeah, but it was on a 60 yards.
You could just say it was a 60-yard par 3 at whatever course.
I'm with you. I'm telling everybody that I did it, but I'd also have to feel like I had to.
Now,
to
is
give
it
them the
same
there.
Is it the same as going out to Crestview North on 17 and playing at 205 or whatever? No. But to be fair too, like
I think anything over 100 you can, and again, like 60 yards holing out is not easy to do, obviously. But like,
no, not for us. But you get to the Masters and they're just like hole-in-ones. They give them out like like no big deal.
Yeah,
it's.
I think if anything over 100 yards, basically, if you have to take a full swing, you can count it in my book.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably. Probably fair. I think that's probably a fair way to do it. I haven't seen one. I've played more golf than ever in my life the last probably 3 years out of Crestview. Shout out to Crestview for being a great sponsor. 36 holes. Give them a call. Tell them we sent you. You won't regret it. Ask about the different memberships that they have. I haven't seen one yet. I was probably within 12 inches of one. But here's the other hole-in-one problem. When I hit that shot, I was by myself, and I have been told you must have a witness. So would that have counted?
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to tell people I did it.
Yes.
There's nobody I have to buy.
I play a lot. I play a lot of golf by myself.
I play a ton of. I love playing golf by myself.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy it, in fact, because I play faster than most people. I can just cruise through it. Now, I also enjoy playing with people. They're two totally different experiences.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy the social aspect of playing with a bunch of people. What I almost never enjoy in golf is sitting around and waiting. And so when I play by myself, man, I'm just like, I say it all the time. I play 18 holes in 2 hours, no problem, as long as there's nobody in front of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're by yourself, I don't think
you just got to. You have to
have a witness.
You have to take a picture of the hole, just to show, like, hey, look at this.
Well, right, you got to still brag on it and everything else, but like I want to say, like, if you're like officially trying to keep track of it, maybe it doesn't count. The good news is you save money. You don't have to buy beer for anybody else.
That's true. Yeah, you have to take a picture of the hole so you can show people. I feel like that's the only rule, is that you can't just like walk in to a bar and be like, hey, I had a hole in one today. They're like, oh, really? Where's the proof at? It's like, well, I was by myself. I didn't take a picture. It's like, well, I don't believe you in the slightest. Then.
Even if you're by yourself, you take the picture, nobody's gonna believe you. You just plus the ball in the hole.
Well, if you do that, if you're that guy that fakes a hole in one picture, then you got bad golf juju.
Bad golf juju. I was wondering, I was playing with my 6-year-old. I was like, what if I got a hole in one with him? Does that count as a witness? He'd say whatever I told him to say. Is that a witness? The golf etiquette's still lost on me a little bit. When you grow up playing on a par 3 in jeans, jeans and a t-shirt, you got to come around to this. I'm getting there. I'm trying. Masters week. I always wonder how I'd do at the Masters. I'd be so nervous to play that course that I would screw something up. That's what happens. So I've played Flint Hills a couple of times. Yeah. I get so nervous. I'm like, God, I'm going to take a chunk out of the fairway they'll never be able to repair.
I agree.
I'd feel even worse at the Masters.
Those courses, those first tee jitters, they never go away when you play those courses. It's just like, gosh.
Those never go away when I play any course.
Speaking of golf, let's go with a headline early here. Maria Marine just won the Augusta Women's Amateur. Arkansas threw out the first pitch today at Arkansas baseball. And by threw out the first pitch, she brought a piece of turf out and a wedge and chipped from the mound.
No, she did not.
And just painted the corner with it.
Oh, that's so good.
That's cool.
That's good. That's a flex.
I'll never be that cool in my life.
Oh, that's a flex. That's so good. That's good. I'm so proud of her for that. Live vicariously. That's incredible. I'm going to have to look up that video. All right.
Portal Talk.
What's that?
Portal Talk next.
Yep. Portal Talk. We've got the latest. Thanks to Fairback Coffee for keeping us fueled up and sane as we try to navigate the portal. Who's in, who's out, who's being looked at. Man, we got a lot for you here.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story, clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care, celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree, and shrub care and bedweed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here, Max Power producing. Happy Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday, everybody. It's going to be sunny and a little windy today, maybe, and then rain for a lot of the week here. Jason says, I've never golfed, but if I tried it, my foot wedge game would be electric. I appreciate the foot wedge, Jason. Depends on who you're playing with. I'll say that. All right, TJ, it is portal season. We're into day 2 now, and I'm already exhausted by it.
All right.
Can we just get everybody in that's going in, please? Can we start there? Can we stop
know.
the trickle effect of the entrance to the portal?
You know what would really help with your stress and the anxiety of who's going in? If everybody that was coming back announced that they were coming back. That's what we need, is more, I'm back.
No, we need, if you're going into the portal, go yesterday so we can stop wondering. They could just get in the beginning
Yeah.
and let us now try to concentrate on who these teams are chasing. Basically, like we're to free agency now.
It's true.
But in the NFL, free agency starts, you know who all the free agents are.
It's true.
In the portal season, when free agency starts, we still don't know who all the free agents are, and that's annoying.
It's true. All right. Do we need to do the recap of the day segment?
Let's go recap of the day segment.
Recap of the day. All right. Thank you for that one. That was a good open. All right. Let's do with KU. New news yesterday. Jamari McDowell is going in. So that marks basically every player that played real minutes for KU. The only player on the roster that had a start last year now is Cole Rosario. He ended up averaging 11 minutes per game. After that, it's Samis Calderon. He averaged 4 minutes a game. Other than that, there is 4 freshmen, and that's the entire roster so far. So that's all we've got for KU. Nothing coming in quite yet, but there is some rumors, Jacob. There's an official visit lined up as well. We'll get to that in a second. That's called a tease. K-State, new news yesterday. Taj Manning going in, Kansas City native. Started 17 games this past year. He was the only player, Jacob, here's the headline, only player on the Elite 8 team that was still on the roster. Now there is 0. I saw a stat. I want to dig into this one. We can actually spend some time with this. K-State now, the last player to have started their career and finished their career at K-State was Mike McGurl, which ended at 2022. And there won't be one now until at least like 27.
Okay, say it again for me.
Mike McGurl. Let's say
I remember Mike McGurl.
He is the last player that started their career at Kansas State and finished their career at Kansas State. Everybody else during the time frame since then has been a transfer in or has left. Taj Manning had the chance to do it. He would have been a junior this year, I guess, redshirt junior. Now he left. And so now the next chance they have is Andre Kostic, which won't be until 27, I believe.
So Kansas, we'd be looking at obviously KJ and DeJuan Harris.
Yeah.
Wichita State.
Henry Thingvall.
Yeah, players that played all 4 years though and
Henry's the only player with ties to Isaac Brown.
I'm trying to remember back to though, like of players who played who it would be. I don't even know.
Craig.
He didn't start with Wichita State.
Yeah, he did.
He came in as a freshman?
Yeah, he was a Greg Marshall recruit.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to go that far back.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Man.
Anyways, let's keep moving. We can spend some time on that. That leaves a weird that leaves a weird taste in your mouth, doesn't it? Shockers, 2 entries yesterday. One we broke on the air. Brian M. Unique went yesterday morning. He is in after 1 year after transferring in from Fresno State. And then last night, Emmanuel Okorafor goes into the portal. And Jacob, that one's a little bit confusing because, as Taylor O just explained in his article, it makes sense why he goes in the portal, but it's not quite like ruling out Wichita State, but it maybe is. He's doing it because of his waiver that we're waiting on. And this is something, it's the same reason that draft prospects go in the portal, is that this waiver could get granted in 2 months. And like Wichita State can't wait 2 months and just hope. So it's kind of just like, you should go in the portal. And then that way, if you get granted this in June or July, then you can say, well, I don't have anywhere to play because I'm not in the portal. And so this gives you the opportunity to say like, oh, well, he's still in the portal. He's got he can come play for us now. So it's kind of just keeping his options open just in case he gets the waiver. He might not get the waiver at all. And this isn't even a real transfer portal topic, but he's in yesterday, as of yesterday.
So in that scenario, though, is coming to Wichita State still an option for him?
It's probably going to be tougher because Wichita State's not going to wait around and, there may not be a spot. There may be a spot. Wichita State may, have one that comes open that they expected to have filled and it's not. And then he gets the waiver. I'm sure they'd absolutely take it back.
Yeah, he'll be pretty hot. He'll be pretty highly sought after if it happens in time. The problem for him is going to be if everybody spends their budget. Yeah, I think that probably leaves the door open at Wichita State. Look, if you're having a conversation with Emmanuel Okorafor and he's like, if I get this waiver, I might like to come back. Probably keep a spot open for him.
Yeah. They'll probably like earmark one. If I had to take a stab, they're going to go get another center to, probably, I don't know if they're ready for Noah Hill to take the step to be the backup center.
Well, what if Valencia comes back? Because we don't have a decision on him yet.
He's
either.
more of a power forward type of thing. He didn't really play the 5, so they may go get another big time offensive rebounding big like Okorafor was, and then maybe keep a spot open that if he's still there, then it's like, well, we have a good problem to have. We'll just figure out who's the best one of these guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be tough, and I think that there's probably some frustration from Wichita State and probably from Okorafor too. Is that how come Mike Gray's got approved so fast and his didn't? And that's the thing too, is if Mike Gray was doing the same situation, he'd be in the portal too, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah. I don't know why one would be the other. I mean, that's trying to figure out the NCAA is
it never makes
fool's errand. By the way, Craig Porter was a JUCO entry. So I don't know if we're counting that.
Yeah, that doesn't count. I forgot about that. Vienna's in Indiana.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know then. Let me
okay. Okorafor. I hope he comes back. I was a fan of Okorafor. I was a fan. There
Did
will
Tyson
be
play
others
4
out
years?
there.
Tyson?
Where
did he come from?
He came from high school, but I don't think he played 4 years at Wichita State. I don't know.
I don't think so.
We'll keep looking. I don't know. That. All right, so there's the Shockers. They get a little clarity, maybe, perhaps. Amunique out. That's not that. Yeah, Etienne played 3 years.
Ooh,
but he played them all at Wichita State. If that counts, he did just play 3 years though of college basketball. So the Shockers have openings. The Shockers, we got Taj Manning, we got everybody in there. I want to talk about the Shockers because I think their day was the most meaningful, just because we got the most clarity out of it. And they're looking at some players that I saw, at least 2 of them. Yesterday.
Now this is where we go in day 2 of the transfer portal.
Those are big. Those are pretty big names in the portal. Yeah. So now they're not gonna be the high on the list guys because they're not coming from Power 5s, Power 4s, Power 5s, but they are statistically guys that when you look at the other teams reported of interest, you're like, okay, and it makes me wonder with the Shockers, like, if the budget got bigger. Can you make a play for like one of those kind of players that you're going to be competing against some big schools for?
I've always said that like it's tougher now, especially that the budgets have inflated so much to where they have. But they've always been able to like the portal is going to hurt schools like Wichita State, but it's also going to give them the chance where, for example, these 2 guys pretty much are the perfect examples. The big schools that are looking at them are saying, hey, we need a sharpshooter to come off the bench. Wichita State is saying, hey, look what Kenyon Giles did. We don't want you to come do that. Like that type of situation. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe Mizzou
opportunity is a part of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's always been a thing. And opportunity also equals, money. I think that, Wichita State's probably paying their star as much as Mizzou's paying their 6-man,
I would like to know financially if Wichita State is going to be able to compete for some of these types of players with
I think this is the world where they compete. They're obviously not going to compete in going and taking a guy that's going to start at KU probably, but they can take a guy that's going to be the maybe fringe starter or a 6-man at KU. You could probably snag him away.
We don't know a lot of that yet. Melvin Council. I don't think KU grabbed Melvin Council thinking, oh, he's going to be our most electric player this year. Would Wichita State be in the mix against KU for a guy like Melvin Council, who started like every game for Kansas? I think they probably will be because we don't know what these guys are going to be. We didn't know. I mean, look at Wichita State's roster and how it all laid out there. Again, we went through that yesterday. They were picked 10th out of 10 in their portal class last year. Karan Boyd was a 0-star transfer and was probably the second most important player on that team this year.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to find out. So as we're talking about this, we'll give more context. I believe it's Alon Sumler from Charleston Southern, averaged 19 points per game, shot 40% from 3, Big South first team. And the list that has been reported of schools that have reached out to him is KU, UConn, Iowa State, Vanderbilt, which all 4 of those are top 4 seeds in the tournament this year. Ohio State, Maryland, Ole Miss, DePaul, Pitt, Wichita State, Minnesota, and Nevada. So they're swinging with the big leaguers in this one for sure. And so that's going to be the perfect example to say where they can live in this space. Can they get a guy to not commit to UConn or KU and have a chance at it to get to Wichita State? The other name that we've got that we talked about, Jordan Friesen. I don't know how to say it. I'll have to do some.
No idea. Never heard of these people.
We'll learn that. I need to call my friends in Pittsburgh, Kansas, because this guy is a former Gorilla. He was in the running for MIAA Player of the Year a year ago. Then he transferred Division I, went to Chattanooga in the SoCon, and there he averaged 16 points per game and shot 45%, rounded up to 46% from three. He was a third-team All-SoCon player, but it sounds like he shot the skin off the ball there. His list: Indiana, Mizzou, Xavier, Seton Hall, High Point, George Mason, Tulsa, Dayton, South Florida, Temple, Wichita State, and Liberty. So as you look at that one, I mean, you can make an argument that Wichita State should be in the top 3 of that list based on, performance. Top 4, maybe.
I wish, like, I just, those conversations have to be so strange, right? Like right now, and I think Paul Mills joked about this last week. Like, does he spend any second of his day not on the phone?
I doubt it.
Because what else can you do? You just have to talk to these guys. Say, hey, we love your tape. We think we have an opportunity for somebody to come in here and, be the key piece of our offense. Like, I don't even know what you say. I don't know what you said. I don't even know if it's, is it true? Or TJ Williams and Dylan Battie, the key pieces of the offense? How do you know? You haven't even, if you're the coaches, how do you know what you even have? Or do you just say, come here and we'll sort it all out? Like, it's hard. And if you're the player on the other side trying to decide all this, this is where it gets really interesting and maybe unnerving if you're a Kansas fan. Because if it's not all about the money, like if money is getting closer and you're sitting there as a player, and you're sitting there as one of these guys, probably money is the first thing you want to know, right? The first answer you want. And I know guys say it's not about the money. And I get that, but you're not, it's an important component. When all else is out in the open and your schools range from, what was it, Liberty to Kansas and everybody in between? Like what else are you going to start with other than, well, what are you guys thinking about compensation wise? Right? I mean, Kansas is in a unique spot because Kansas is wide ass open. Bill Self doesn't even have to say what the opportunity is. Hey, we don't have any players. You want to come lead the way at Kansas? I think they're going to have a good time in the portal as far as getting people interested in coming to Kansas. But when you're trying to sort through Mizzou and Wichita State, I just wonder how much some of these players, a guy who went from Pitt State to Chattanooga, is probably just the most interested in where can I go be the best player I can be.
I think so.
More than what the name is of the jersey, what the amount of money is. Like, those are dudes grinding it out to try to prove everybody wrong. You can't go to a big school and sit on the bench. You've worked so hard to get to this opportunity. That's where a team like Wichita State, I feel like, has a pretty good opportunity to land some of these players. To your point, do you want to go be the sixth man at Indiana, or do you want to come be a starter at Wichita State?
Yeah. I'm trying to dig here and find the old tweets from schools with interest in Kenyon Giles. I can't find the one from Greensboro, but I found the one from Radford when he transferred to Greensboro. BYU and Cal were on him, and he chose Greensboro. And so, that's the example that you need right there. And then, decide. I have to imagine he even played even better at Greensboro than he did at Radford. So I'd have to imagine Wichita State was in the mix with some of those guys to get him to Wichita State. And so I don't know. I also think that every situation is different for all these guys. I think that, player A is not going to have the same motivations as player B. Sometimes player A wants to just say, I want to go play in the Big 12. I don't care if I play or not. I want to be in the Big 12. And player B says, man, I just want to shoot the ball 20 times a game. Can I do that at your school? Sometimes that'll be the case.
Haggerty.
So, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's essentially what Haggerty's done.
So,
who's, by the way, I'm curious to see where.
I didn't say. Yeah, he's officially in as of yesterday too.
Where does I wonder who's interested in him? I mean,
KU
instant offense. Instant offense.
KU going to call him? What if KU doesn't get Tyron Stokes? Do you call PJ Haggerty?
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, you call everybody if you don't get. I don't know that he'll play the kind of defense Bill Self needs his players to play, but yeah. If KU doesn't get Stokes.
Speaking of big names, as of 19 minutes ago, Rob Wright, the BYU stud that came from Baylor, he just went the portal. 18 points per game at BYU this year.
Everybody's dealing with it. I heard Jay Billis yesterday on the Dan Patrick show right after us. And Dan was like, well, what's the blueprint? And he's like, well, what year is it? Because the blueprint changes every year. This year, it's a team full of transfers, right? The UConn years, they brought a lot of guys back. He was like, there have been years with Kentucky and Duke where it's a lot of freshmen are great. He's like, what year is it? He's like, the trends change. There's a million different ways. There is no blueprint.
Yep.
Like there isn't one. And that it's a nice reminder that, yeah, we do a different thing every year. Like it's a reminder that the NCAA tournament is a total crapshoot. It is the most difficult title to win in all of sports. And what is the thing, the universal thing that gets teams to the promised land? There really isn't one. It changes all the time.
It does.
The only thing I don't think we've seen truly is like the top freshman finish the job.
That doesn't happen.
Cooper Flagg didn't finish the job.
Who's the last number one overall pick to win the title?
Oh, God.
Or sorry. Number one overall recruit that won the title.
That won a national championship?
Yeah. Freshman year. Anthony Davis.
Same school? Davis was after Rose. Those are Cal guys.
No, not same school.
Oh, Memphis, right? Memphis.
Cal guys, though.
Cal guys, yeah. We sit here and we look at them, and it's hard. It's hard to do. Cooper Flagg almost did it. He was probably the best chance.
Yeah. Anyways, back to our portal. Back to portal talk here. We've got more headlines. We'll carry these over throughout the show, I'm sure. We've got some names that KU fans need to watch for. They are in on some of the blue chip, transfers that everybody's going to want. But
I was told there weren't blue chip transfers this year.
It's not as much as, but you know what I mean. They're in on the ones that you
I'm
see
saying
all
that tongue in cheek. I think that's a silly thing. How are there not blue chip transfers?
Yeah, there's always the cream always rises to the top.
Or we don't know yet.
They've got an official visit locked in this weekend from UNC Asheville. We saw him play the Shockers.
Go back to the box score. Back to the UNC Asheville box score. I love when we get crossover players, Karan Boyd. I love when we get the crossover guys. That's my favorite. Like, you remember that guy? No, I don't remember that guy. No, but we'll pretend like we do. All right, we're coming back. We got Shreyas Laddha in. We'll see if Kevin Saul's able to stop by next segment, and we'll continue the portal talk and everything else. Royals blow another one too. We got to hit on that. Stick around.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story, Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
It's 9/1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody. You can enter for a chance to win a trip to the night before the draft in Pittsburgh on April 22nd. It's an all-star invite-only concert starring Jason Aldean, John Morgan, and Shane Prophet. Just 3 days before Jason's new album, Songs About Us, drops April 24th. Enter the national contest at odyssey.com/the night before. Welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily here. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland. We've got Portal Talk. We've got Portal Talk, TJ. I don't know what to say. Yeah. How do we keep up with this? It gets crazier every year. What is it? Do you just set notifications on your Twitter to anytime somebody mentions transfer portal?
I mean, yeah, basically. I get notifications. If you want my scoop into it, I get notifications every time somebody enters, basically, that they tweet out. I use the On3 transfer portal, but that one's one of the more tame ones. I know that in the past I've done some of the other ones, and they'll notify you on all the D2 commits into the portal and the D3 commits into the portal. For my sanity, I just did the On3 one that lets me know about the D1 guys pretty much. So there's that, and then you just sitting around and look up Wichita State, see wait for their name to pop up. There they were yesterday. A couple of KU ones, as I was talking about. Terrence Brown Jr., he was a Utah guy. He was the stud for them that has basically everybody in the country calling him. He averaged 20 points per game in the Big 12. He's going to be one of the top 10 transfers in the country. But KU is in on him. And then the other one I was talking about, Cameron Taylor from UNC Asheville, has a visit this weekend against the Shockers. Jacob, I looked. I believe he scored 9 points. After that, though, he went absolutely insane the rest of the year, and he averaged 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and shot like 40%.
Okay. All right. Flory Badunga is the top center.
Did you see
in the portal?
See the Flory Badunga news yesterday?
Did he make the announcement?
Nope, but he's got an official visit lined up. Where is it, Jacob?
I'm going to guess Texas Tech because that's where everyone says he's going.
Wrong. Louisville.
Oh, I saw he was talking to Louisville. We get that. Are the crystal balls ever wrong when they're like 100%?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's Shreyas
Laddha. Flory Badunga himself, you don't remember this, Jacob? At a high school, he had a crystal ball to Cincinnati, then all of a sudden had a crystal ball to Duke, never had a crystal ball to KU, and then on the day of the signing day, just, I'm going to go to
KU. Again, I just don't know why people are surprised he's in the portal. Again, love one of my favorite college players in a long time. But he's always, you go back to those days, he's always kind of been flip-floppy on what he's doing. He's enjoying life. He's loving it, but it doesn't surprise me that he's in the portal. It's going to be devastating if he goes to Tech, though. It's going to be devastating if he goes to Tech.
Does that mean
is Toppin back? What's going on with Toppin? So. You told me Christian Anderson's going to the draft.
I think so.
I think Anderson could come back. I'm telling you, before Toppin got hurt, they were going to be my pick this year.
Yeah.
If they get Flory Badunga in there with those guys, man, that's going to be. And now what? Because if you're Kansas, what are you going to throw up against him? It's not like you can say, all right, fine, Tiller, go get him. You don't have anything right now.
They're going to have to find a big guy. That's what people talk about. Will Berg coming back. You know how big of a deal that Will Berg came back is? Big deal. People are talking about how if you're over 6'10", you're going to just get paid because the Power Fives are hoarding them, basically. Mid-major basketball next year is going to be a lot of 6'8" and under guys playing center because all the big guys got paid by the big guys. Even just to go sit on the bench with the big guys is what they're doing, which is insane.
Yeah, look, I get it. Terrence Hill's in for Virginia Commonwealth. Who didn't want a piece of Terrence Hill? Remember him?
Yep.
From the end of the season? How awesome he was? Is a quote-unquote sixth man. Give me Terrence Hill. Go get him. That dude is a winner. He's a killer. He's awesome.
Yeah. Back to your point. I can handle it for Wichita State, especially this year, because they only need 3 guys. That one to me, and it's so clear-cut. Whenever they start doing when you're at KU or K-State and you're looking at all this stuff, it's just I've got no idea what they're cooking. I've literally, and you see people go in, they're like, oh, he'd be a good Jayhawk. I'm like, anybody would be a good, they don't have a team right now. Of course they'd be a good Jayhawk. There's nothing to build around. So pick somebody and start there, I guess. I don't have the, mental fortitude to try to predict out roster. There's 0 players on it right now.
Well, yeah, but I can look through it and just see guys I recognize. Could that be a good fit? Yeah, I'd like that. By the way, Kevin Saul is going to have to push to Friday, we think. Maybe he's portaling. We'll ask him. Terrence Hill, that's the first name that jumped off the screen to me. I really like Isaiah Johnson out of Colorado. Yeah. See, but we're going to get real biased in this. We're going to like guys that we saw.
Yeah.
How did you watch Isaiah Johnson and not like him? Terrence Hill, I didn't really know who he was until I saw him playing in the A10 championship game and then into the tournament. But I'm like, yeah, that guy's awesome. Who else is on here that just like rings a bell? I guess I'm kind of just looking at the Big 12 here as much as anything else. Badunga's the biggest name. Badunga's man. He's going to make a lot of money somewhere.
He's going to get $5 million.
It's what he wants. It's probably what he'll get.
Man, Jacob,
again,
you get today at
no
some point,
ill will.
You've got to look up this Cameron Taylor highlight reel. It is pretty unbelievable. How did Wichita State hold this guy to 9 points? It is nuts.
Because Wichita State had Karan Boyd. I'm going to guess Boyd guarded him in the game.
Let's look.
Boyd was a lockdown defender. That's the thing, too, that we have to remember. Wichita State went after Boyd because they saw Boyd.
Yep.
Right? They've told that story.
That's part of the thing.
Like,
so
we
that
remembered him.
I agree. I think that's part of the thing of now what it's become, especially at the mid-major level too. We're like we're talking about, who the hell knows who Karan Boyd is when he goes in the portal? It's like, you know who
he
does?
was a 0-star transfer.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Paul Mills isn't getting on the 24/7 transfer portal service and looking up like that's not where he's going to live. But who remembers Karan Boyd? The team that had to deal with him, like that
played him. And so we've like, do you have somebody all year taking extra notes on guys like, hey, that's a guy we think might get in the portal. Let's put a star by his name and file that away for later, that we might need to reach out to that guy because we really liked what we saw. You got to think about it. Like, you maybe saw somebody firsthand in a game. Okay, there's that. What if you were watching tape on a team that you were going to play, and on tape you saw in a team that they played a guy you really liked? Like, there's a million different ways to file it away. Like, ooh, that guy's good. Let's make a note and let's reach out to him if he gets into the portal later.
Yep.
I think that probably happens. I mean, it'd be crazy if it didn't happen.
I mean, look what Memphis
that's where
has done.
You get these random, like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
And somewhere some coach is like, yeah, we saw that dude. He's good.
That's the Memphis model, where you just take all the best players from the American and just go win the American with them. So that's what they've done for the last 5 years. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I expect we'll probably start getting, commits. I don't know. What do you want to say? I said there was going to be one by today. I was wrong about that. One by tomorrow.
We don't have any across the country yet, do we?
Yeah, there's a couple. Not very many, but there's a couple. Belmont guys. Could see some Belmont guys go to K-State.
That's true. Yeah, of all the guys I'm looking at the top, the top dudes, there's Terrence Brown. Terrence Brown, by the way, 24/7 has as the 27th best player. Lundblade, who K-State missed out on, 31. I am going to circle and pay the most attention to Jaquan Johnson of Belmont, is a 4-star, 37th. So K-State, get after that. I'm gonna start Terrence Hill. He's the first one I want to see. KU, K-State, Wichita State's not making a play for Terrence Hill, but KU, go get Terrence Hill. You like Melvin Council? You're gonna like Terrence Hill. Go get Terrence Hill. That's my first name, my first wish list name that I'll have for the transfer portal. Who's John Blackwell from Wisconsin? Know anything about him?
He's average 20 points per game. I only know him because he's in the portal. I didn't watch him play. I know a lot of names, and honestly, I do this going through into next year, where like I'll watch games. I'm like, oh, I remember that guy. He was in the portal. I don't remember who he was before the portal or where he came from, but I remember him because he was in the portal. Yeah, he's going to be a big name too.
Are we going to see Paulus Morauskas follow the coach from St. Mary's to Arizona State? Is Arizona State going to get a top 5 portal guy?
Good.
I mean, this is all so wild to me.
Who knows?
Who knows? And
what blows my mind, Jacob, is that there are actual like radio shows and podcasts out there where they're like, we're breaking down the portal. Like, what are you breaking down? They're like, are you doing every prospect? How do you even start that?
We're going to be honest with people. Those same people ranked Wichita State's portal class as 10 out of 10 in the American.
No.
And I'm not blaming them. This is impossible. Like, it is, and I don't, I don't like trying to follow it because I can't figure out how to do it. And honestly, I don't think there is a way to do it and keep sanity. But it doesn't mean I don't enjoy some piece of the process. Like it'd probably be more enjoyable if there were, if it was flashback 5 years ago, but guys had started to transfer in the Greg Marshall era. Yep. We were seeing him lose players because he always just let him go. So it was never an issue. He'd just be like, all right, see ya. And so we'd see players transferring all the time. That was 5-6 years ago now.
Yeah. I will say this.
Hell, that was even longer than that ago. So it's not that I don't enjoy the end game. I have fun with, okay, here's this new collection of players. What frustrates me is just because I have such a hard time following it.
Yeah. I think that the part of it, and I think that I'm going to probably suck you into some of this part here, is that like the fun part to me in this part of I can't by any stretch of the meaning, like predict anything. But as I sit here and tell you, like, hey, this guy from Chattanooga, that's a fun name to watch. And then he commits, and you're like, oh, I remember that whenever they started reaching out to that guy. That's cool. Or whenever KU gets what you're talking about, the VCU guy, you're like, oh, watch that guy play last year. Like that part of the portal is pretty fun, I think.
It's just like free agency. There is an exciting component to it.
It's just the part that makes it
Wild West.
The part you get all excited about this, and then the part that just breaks your heart is that like, oh, now they all went back in the portal next year. That part is the icky part.
I again, Billis yesterday on Dan Patrick, he's like, those guys were all crying in the locker room, hugging every team that lost. Like they're bought in, and I believe it too. And I think fans buy into it also.
I think they are too. I'm just saying, like, as a fan, like as you watched KU get last year, you're like, wow, they have to build an entire new team. And it was kind of fun. And they built a team, and you're like, this team is pretty cool. And then, okay, they're all gone.
It'd be more fun if Badunga was being built around. Kevin Saul will be Friday from Cleveland, TJ.
Oh, yeah.
With, the Shocker bowling team.
That's right.
So we'll have that for you.
He'll probably be at the lanes. They're bowling at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, that's why we had to push it to the earliest part of the show because they start at 8. So we'll have Shreyas in the next hour. We got to talk Royals. We got to talk Chiefs. Rashee Rice not going to be in any trouble. Does that change the Chiefs draft plan? We got a lot to get to, a lot of cleaning up to do after the NCAA basketball season is coming to an end. Stick around on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Thing now.
You like it?
Thanks, Catchy. What are you looking at? Go.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Aloha, Mr. Howard.
Aloha. Welcome into another hour of Sports Daily here on KFH. TJ Cleveland, Jacob Albrocht with you. Happy day 2 of portal season. We've broken down some of the prospects to watch out for Wichita State. A little bit of KU talk as well. A lot of college basketball talk in the first hour of this show. We'll have Shreyas Laddha coming in for the final segment coming up just a little bit later this hour. Talk about what is going on with KU for the 5 players that are there. What are they going to do? What are they going to do in this portal? He'll give us the names. I imagine he's more locked in than either of us are, as much as we try to be with the portal stuff. We got some headlines that Jacob probably didn't see. All of it brought to you by our sponsors, Prairie Fire Coffee. Thanks for helping us out here on a Wednesday morning, getting us fueled up, getting us to keep going through all of this. And Jacob gets back here, we'll give him some of these headlines. We talked a little bit about the Masters at the opening part of this. Par 3 contest today. Can't wait for that. Gonna get in on all the fun out at Augusta. No Tommy Castro this year. Maybe we need to give him a call and get some golf talk. I know Jacob and I are golfers, but not quite the golf talkers. Jacob, I was saying we need a little bit of Tommy Castro flavor this week. This is where we're gonna miss Tommy.
Big time. Big time. We went through this, and the Masters is different. The Masters is one that everybody does talk about and consume. We'll be watching. We'll be watching. We'll keep you apprised. For me, I say this all the time. I'll be watching Stevens. I'll be watching Goodland. I'll probably be watching like Scheffler. And then when we get to the weekend, I'll lock in. We got that. We've got baseball. The Royals fall. John Schreiber struggles last night. We got to get some Chiefs talk in here, too. We haven't talked Chiefs in a while. It's all What's on Tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where it's patio season. Have a brew with a view on Delano's rooftop deck. Enjoy happy hour on WBC East's patio, or grab a pizza outside, shielded from the setting sun at WBC West. When you think patio, think Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Before we do any of that, though, TJ, we've got headlines I missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right, we got some good ones for you. A lot of portal headlines Jacob probably didn't see, but we've already gotten through most of the good stuff there. So let's go back. Where do I want to start here? Let's go back to what we brought up earlier in the show, this K-State thing. I'll give a shout out to Ema Caleb on Twitter. Post a lot of K-State stuff on there. Him and Scott Wildcat are the ones that are pointing this out. Mike McGurl will remain the last K-State Wildcat men's basketball player who played his entire collegiate career while exhausting all eligibility at K-State for at least another 3 years, depending on how long Andre Kostic stays. McGurl's final season was in 2022. Mike McGurl was in the 2017 high school recruiting class. Since then, the high schoolers they have brought in have been Sean Williams, Antonio Gordon, Good News Kegpool, I didn't say that right, Montavious Murphy, DeJuan Gordon, Sari Lewis, Luke Kasubke, Selton Miguel, Nigel Pack, Davion Bradford, Max Edwards, Logan Landers, Taj Manning, Dorian Finister, Day-Day Ames, RJ Jones, Caleb Rich, David Castillo, and Xavier Wilson. None of them stayed at K-State.
Again, I don't want to give K-State too much grief because this is happening to everybody.
I know. I mean, the Wichita State list is interesting, and in KU, they happen to win a national championship. KU had
KJ and DeJuan, so
and they happen to win a national championship in that, so that may have been part of that as well. So,
right,
yeah,
those two guys were as old school as you get.
Yeah, it's true. All right, another silly one. Then I got an actual good one to get to here. The Giants posted. I don't even know is this like OTAs time? I don't know what's going on right now. But Jackson Dart checking in for day one. They posted yesterday. I don't know what it is. But he said, huh?
I'm trying to think. Rookies and quarterback. No, they don't have rookies yet. I don't know what this would be.
I don't either. But anyways, they posted checking in day one, and he's driving like a big lifted F-150, maybe an F-250, just a big truck. And someone said, driving a lifted truck in New York City / New Jersey has to be a nightmare.
Has to be a nightmare. I would agree with that.
Awful. Oh my god.
I would. That'd be tough. I wouldn't be driving if I was in New York City. Let's be perfectly honest.
Let me tell you, I'm a truck owner now, Jacob, and I am very well aware of the fact, like, I can't park this thing. I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, I would not be driving a big truck in the city. No.
Yeah. All right.
I don't like Wichita traffic. Yeah. Let's just start there.
Driving in New York City's got to be awful. I can't imagine. All right, this one's actually a pretty legit headline, and we can spend some time on this. Ross Dellinger, Yahoo Sports, he's tweeted about broken a lot of news about the landscape of college athletics where it currently stands. 45 minutes ago, he posts, the NCAA is exploring a significant change to its eligibility rule, sources tell Yahoo Sports. The proposal creates an age-based standard. Athletes would have 5 years of eligibility from their 19th birthday or high school graduation. There would be no red shirts or waivers allowed in this model.
What about BYU? Are there going to be religious exemptions made?
I don't know.
How is that going to be manipulated? I just don't understand the need. I know you don't like it. I don't understand the need for this one.
Here you go. No waiver requests, red shirts, or exceptions will be permitted except for a small group of outliers, those on maternity leave, military service, or religious missions.
Okay. Military service is another key one. Does that cover everything we need? So you get 5 no matter the injury. Man, I hate that too for guys that have 2-3 bad injuries. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary. We don't have that many 25-year-old basketball players. Not enough to change the rules.
I don't know. There's probably more than you think.
2 every year?
No, there's no way. There's more. I don't. 25 may be extreme, but even still, like
that's okay. They're cutting the age off at 24.
How old is a senior supposed to be? That'd be your freshman year, 19, sophomore, 20,
years old.
22 years old. So
23 if you take a red shirt,
basically. So I think that's. I mean, if this is 5 years of eligibility from your high school graduation, you're 23. And I'd say that the 19-year-old rule just may be for guys that are, older and graduate old, that kind of thing. Or maybe, and that's probably just coming in for the guys from Europe as well that have
Again, I'll ask you the question. How many 24-year-olds right now? Name me 3 24-year-olds playing college basketball. Of the 6,000 of them, can you name me 3?
I'm sure if I really sat and thought about it, I could, but
it's a monumental rule change for something that is not really a problem. I think this is more of a football problem than a basketball problem. Yeah, maybe.
But there is. I mean, I can't sit here and name you the 20, but I guarantee
because there's not enough of them.
I bet there's 100 of them.
I don't like major change to something that's not actually a problem. Right? Like this happens all the time, whether we're talking sports or government or whatever. Like you got to go through this entire lengthy, sometimes expensive process to go through it all to fix something that might be an outlier problem once every 4 years. Like to me, that seems like a waste of time and energy. Can we fix the portal first before we go down all these other paths? Like, can we decide what we're going to do with the transfer portal? It just doesn't seem worth it. Doesn't seem necessary to me.
That's right.
Like a problem.
KU had a guy that's like 26, Giangallo. He was the oldest player in the tournament. He didn't. He was 26.
No impact on anything.
No, but Chad Baker Mazzara, that was one of the notable ones who left. Remember that story? He just left the team halfway through because he sat with the fans. That was a headline you missed. He was 26 this year. He went to the Final Four with Auburn last year as a 25-year-old, and then got another year to go to USC. What else do we got here? Let's keep going. Oakland has a 28-year-old. Yeah.
What was the reason on him, though? Anything of the waiver type that they will grant?
I don't think so. He took a return at 23.
Is paternity / did they say just maternity, not paternity?
No, it said maternity. I don't know if that's I don't know if that covers both or not, but I don't know.
Whatever. It's fine. It's not going to impact anything. It doesn't impact many teams. So, but to guess
Green Bay, Doug Gottlieb had a guy that was 29. It just limits high school recruiting, and that's supposed to be college is literally designed for people to graduate high school and go to college, and this is limiting.
No, I don't think that's true at all. College isn't designed for that. College is designed for higher education. I can't go to college now because I'm too old.
But guess what? When you go, you know what they're going to call you, Jacob? They're going to call you a non-traditional student.
What?
You never heard that before?
I don't know. I don't pay a lot of attention to the terms that are come up with by
college is designed for 19 to 22-year-olds, basically.
But that doesn't mean you can't go. They're changing the rules saying somebody can't play.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying at the base level of higher education, it's designed for people that are just graduating high school. And if you go back as an adult, you're considered a non-traditional student because you're not traditional compared to the rest of the student body.
Rick says, Jacob, you don't like major change to something that's not a problem, but you're fine with tournament expansion. LOL. Rick, I'm beginning to think you don't like me. It's not that I don't want tournament expansion. I'm just telling you why they're doing it.
Does Rick like me? I wonder if Rick likes me. Am I the anti-Jacob?
Probably you a lot more than me. I don't think it's necessary. It's fine. Now I don't like TJ telling me I can't go to college. Maybe I'll go back to college.
Can go. You can. I'm just telling you. You're gonna really change the average age in all your classes.
I cannot think of things I would rather do less than being a student again. That doesn't sound fun to me. All right, we'll come back. We got more Sports Daily. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
on KFH.
Download and listen for your chance to win a trip to go away with Weezer. Score a pair of tickets to see Weezer with the Shins and Silver Sun pickups on a tour stop of your choice, plus flights, a 2-night hotel stay, a signed set list, and a meet and greet with the band. To enter, log into the free Odyssey app or Odyssey.com between Monday, April 6th and Sunday, April 19th. Listen for 1 hour or more. Come back each day for another chance to win a trip for two to see Weezer. Thanks to Live Nation and Crush Music. 1 entry per day. Good luck, everybody.
Jacob.
Yes.
Got a name for you in the portal. Forgot about this one. I just saw somebody point out on Facebook. Ashton Hardaway is in the portal.
Now we have to follow Facebook for portal news. That Penny's son.
Yeah, Penny's son is in the portal.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right. Sorry, Dad. I'm out.
Do you imagine? Imagine he transfers within the conference. Sorry, Dad. I'm going to go play for Paul Mills next year.
I'm just still upset that you're telling me under these new rules, I no longer still have 4 years of eligibility.
I'm sorry.
I've been making my way through. I've been working my golf game hard to try to maintain my college eligibility.
You could probably get it, honestly.
To go play Division III golf somewhere.
Under the current rules, you could.
But not soon. I won't be able to. It'd be not allowed. I don't like it. I don't like these rules. All right, let's get in because we got Shreyas Laddha coming up this hour. Two things. Let's start with the Rashee Rice news. We still haven't gotten to from last week. I think it happened late Friday. The NFL is saying they're not going to punish Rice. They investigated, unsubstantiated, whatever their reasoning is. He's not going to be punished. Does it change, A, what you think the Chiefs will do with him long term, and B, what they would do in the draft? I think it's a problem that he's found himself at least accused of things over time, and of course, guilty of things with the driving incident. The problem, though, is more on what's happening in free agency with wide receivers. I don't think the Chiefs are going to pay a wide receiver that much money.
I think that regardless of anything that's happened with Rashee Rice, even I think if he didn't have any legal trouble at all, you could even make the argument here that they may not at 9, but I think they'll draft a wide receiver at one of them, because I think that even if
first,
they could, or maybe in the second, but even like the Rashee Rice thing, like even if any of this stuff didn't happen, even if he played great for the past couple of years, you're still staring at the wide receiver contract that you'd have to pay him. And I don't know if they would. I don't even know if they would have paid him if he was like a top 10 wide receiver in football, like his career path kind of like looked like it was going to be, that type of thing. They didn't pay Tyreek Hill. Like they may not have.
Tyreek Hill was the top guy.
That's
Rashee Rice, you think maybe could be. I don't think they're paying Rashee Rice. It's fascinating to me. Are they going to let him walk? Should they try to trade him? If I'm Brett Veach, I'm taking calls. I'd take a call on Rashee Rice. If this is it, right? This is last year before free agency.
I think so.
I'd take a call. Why not? This is such an interesting year because you can just let him walk, which he would do, because I don't think the Chiefs will pay him anyway. They have a history of this. They just traded Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
Are you going to, why not do the same thing with Rice? Why not do the same thing with Rice? Then you can use one of those early picks on a receiver.
They have just shown that, like, the Chiefs historically, and like recent history, I guess, have just shown that they're just going to pay the guys that they absolutely have to pay. Like, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Creed Humphrey, even. You could throw those guys in there. Like, they've got like 6 or 7 highest paid blanks on their roster. Like, they don't have enough to try to sustain Rashee Rice if he was good, or if they feel like they're in a spot where it's not worth it because of, if they feel like they're, at risk of whatever with the troubles that have happened and things like that. Like, I don't think they would either way. I think that it's all moot.
I do too, which is why I'd really consider trading him. Is there any world where they're as good without him this year? That's, I think, the question to ask.
Probably not, unless they hit in the draft.
but his rookie wouldn't have thought that either, and then he was a good rookie. So if you know today you're not signing him long term, and I just don't think they would, then why wouldn't you try? I think everybody, and this is going to be hard because you do have Kelsey coming back. It is Andy Reid. But if you're Brett Beach, I think there has to be some level of honesty to say, we could rip the Band-Aid off, make this the rebuild year, set ourselves up for another decade of success if we just will go all in on this. You signed Kenneth Walker. That helps you do it. That helps you kind of bridge the gap a little bit, right? That should help you sustain the blows of some of the things they're going to have to sustain this year anyway. Rashee Rice has been hurt. He's been suspended. He's been largely unavailable. If you could get a first for him, I would do it. Because it's not that I don't think he's awesome. I think he's awesome. It's because there's no chance they're paying him $40 million a year, which is maybe what he'll make if you go look at the wide receiver market. Why not? Oh, and by the way, he's got some issues off the field. Why not?
Yeah.
You did it with Tyreek Hill. It worked wonder. You won 2 Super Bowls after you made that trade, largely because you made that trade. Why not go do it?
I don't know. I think the question becomes, well, there's 2 questions, I guess. The question 1 is, what are the Chiefs going to be this year? And they have to answer that question.
And they
are they
going
to
tag him, I guess.
Are they going to be in a spot where they feel like they, are they in? I'm obviously they're in win now with that Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback, but based on what we saw last year, like there was questions about how competitive they would be this year if they would be able to get back to that level. Do you think that they are at that level? First question.
It's hard because you have Kelsey and Jones. It's hard to say you're not. And I don't think if they traded Rashee Rice, it's like, well, they're not winning a Super Bowl or they're not going to try to win a Super Bowl. I mean, they did this with Tyreek Hill, who was the man. He was the alpha of the league, and they won 2.
It's true.
I think they can sustain it. I think they can try to draft another one. I think they can set themselves up to rebuild the defense. And if you have to survive the year with Kelsey, Worthy, a rookie, I don't know who else is out there right now. But if you had to do it that way, I mean, why not run 2 tight ends? Run Gray and Kelsey and run the ball. Just make it look a little different, but give yourself a chance to totally retool your defense. And I think long term, it's the right play. And in the short term, don't ever tell me that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones don't have a chance to win a Super Bowl, because I won't believe you. They're always going to have a chance with those guys.
I think so. I think it's just a matter of if they feel like because they're in the window, Jacob, and that's what you're saying, but also the window is getting older, and that means the window is
it's getting older. It's not as good, but that's what you're trying to solve, right? You're trying to solve the window. Go back and look at the Patriots. How many wide receivers did they ever retain? They went and they got Randy Moss. They did. They lost that Super Bowl, by the way. But they didn't hold on to those guys. They had different guys all the time. They kept their offensive line largely intact. They kept Tom Brady in place, and they invested heavily in the defense always.
Yeah. My thing is that if the window, as you're saying, is getting older, is this, how many chances left do they have at this? I mean, Travis Kelce almost retired. You know what I mean?
Travis Kelce's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He's one of the greatest football players of all time. He does not control the Chiefs' window. Only Patrick Mahomes controls their window.
I agree. The window, it's just going to be a different window is my point here.
Sure. Yeah.
This window is closing. How close do you think that they are? How much better does Rashee Rice versus replacement value make them? And that's the conversation that they have to have. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to do it and not get back what could you get for an expiring contract on Rashee Rice? A third?
You get a first for Rashee Rice, I think.
On an expiring contract?
They just got a first for Trent McDuffie on an expiring contract. First and a second. Right?
Yeah.
Rashee Rice he's really good. And in a wide receiver market where Alec Pierce is making like $30 million
That's
a
my
year.
Point, though. Whoever gets him is still going to have to pay him too.
I think they only have 2 wide receivers right now on the roster.
You're gonna have to find somebody that wants to pay him. Is the thing
worthy Royals? Sure, you're gonna have to find the Rams with McDuffie. There's no question. What if we get a second and a third for Rashid Rice? I'd take it because you've got to ultimately this year. I don't think that the ultimate success of this season is coming down to the success of Rashid Rice directly.
Yeah.
To me, the success of this season comes down to how quickly can they retool the defense and how effectively can they run the ball. I don't think Rashid Rice changes either of those things tremendously. And I say that also acknowledging he is awesome. He is a really good player. It's not an indictment of his on-field abilities. It's partly an indictment maybe of his off-field abilities, but it's more about what the Chiefs need to do to stretch this thing out and get back to the most realistic chance they have to win a Super Bowl. What is the realistic chance they're winning a Super Bowl this year? I think this will be the least likely in the last 8 years that the Chiefs would win the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean they can't. Doesn't mean they won't. It just means going into a season, it feels like the least likely. Mahomes coming off an ACL. All the guys are getting older. The defense is going to be who knows what. They're now lacking in the secondary. They're lacking pass rush. Like they're going to have to hit on a bunch of things. So if you're already there anyway, and you've got a crystal ball looking at next year and saying, are we going to pay Rashid Rice $35 to $45 million a year? No, we're not going to do that. So go trade him now. Why not?
Yeah.
It's not a terrible wide receiver class. They never are. There's always wide receivers.
That's the success. I think that's the bigger question. I think there's two questions in this, actually. I think that one, as I was saying, is that it may not be as simple as the Chiefs saying, man, maybe we should trade him. Maybe it's as simple as everybody else saying, I mean, do we want to pay $40 million for him too? You know, like that's the other part. You're not going to trade him for just a third, right? Like you're going to want more than that. Maybe that's not on the table.
You probably wait until draft day a little bit. You wait until a team sits there. I mean, we see draft day trades. A.J. Brown was a draft day trade, was he not? I believe he was. I think that's very much on the table. I think you just kind of wait a little bit and see what's out there. And if it gets you into the first this year or next year, I think you jump on it. If it gets you a second and a third or 2 seconds or whatever it is, I mean, I'd be all about it if I'm the Chiefs. And it's only partly because of this off the field stuff, which seems like it's not going to be a problem for him this year. That to me just makes him more valuable as a trade candidate. The problem is the contract down the road you're going to have to sign him to. We'll talk more about that at some point here in the next couple of weeks. We'll get in Josh Briscoe. The draft is 2 weeks away. That's what makes me think about this.
This is let me finish my thought here. If they do this and want to say that, yeah, we're just going to draft the next wide receiver, is there a wide receiver at 9 that you like?
Oh, I don't know yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are mocking like Tyson to like 15. Do you trade down?
I like Tyson. I don't know that I like him at 9.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't know. Does this, if they traded Rashid Rice, does it mean to me they have to take a receiver at 9? Absolutely not. If Carnell Tate's there, great. But no, it doesn't change that. They got Rashid Rice. What round did they draft Rashid Rice?
Second.
What round did they draft Tyreek Hill?
No idea.
What round did they draft Xavier Worthy?
Into the first.
Exactly. What round did they draft Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter to me where they draft guys. Just you got to try. You got to do it, right? You still have to do it, but that doesn't change the draft philosophy. If Carnell Tate's there and he's the best player, you take Carnell Tate. That's fine, but that you just have to. It just means you have to invest in the position and through the draft. You draft 2 or 3 guys and see what sticks. You've got Mahomes. Mahomes is going to make these guys better. Real quick, TJ, before we get to Shreyas in the next segment, Royals last night.
Ugh.
They got a bullpen problem, man.
Yep.
John Schreiber cannot pitch high leverage anymore. Not right now. He's been really bad this year. Really bad. His numbers this year, he's had 5 appearances. His whip is at almost 2.5. He's allowed runs in 3 of the 5. He's allowed at least 1 base runner in every one of his appearances. He's walked 5 guys in 4 1/3. He's allowed 5 hits in 4 1/3. He's just not getting anybody out.
Yeah.
And now you already are down Estevez, and Strom has not looked lights out either. You're kind of down to Mears and Ursig at the end. Like, this could be a problem for the Royals.
It is. It's interesting that it's gotten to this point 2 weeks into the season. I don't know what they're going to do. I think that, like, you just got to keep experimenting, right? Like, what else can you do?
You can elevate Daniel Lynch's role. One, I know they love Lynch in the middle because he can give you multiple innings. But right now, I mean, you called Cruz up. I would say start using Lynch high leverage. I mean, you trust him more than Schreiber. I know he hasn't really done that, but the problem is this bullpen of strength. Estevez is hurt, Schreiber's unusable in high leverage, and Strom is still finding it. And I'm still fairly confident, but you also have Mears. So you take 2 away, you add 1, we'll call it 2.5. It's just an early season problem is all it is. And it's one they're going to have to work through. And if they keep playing close games, which they've done now for 2 years, and how many ever games we are into this season, there's no reason for us to think they're not going to consistently play 1, 2, and 3 run games, right? They just almost always do. This is something to watch here early in the season. Who you giving the ball to in the 7th inning?
Yeah.
In the 6th inning?
By the way, we haven't even overlooked yesterday in the fact that they lost that game in the 9th inning because they had a chance to win it. They got 1 hit. That's
Noah
insane.
Cameron was good.
Yeah.
Gavin Williams is a good pitcher. They got 1 hit though. It was 25 degrees or whatever. I'm not going to hold it against them. That's not fun. That's not fun baseball.
Yeah. 1 hit.
And I'm not going to hold it against them today either because I can't sit here and say they got it. I would be miserable out there. Carter Jensen got his 3rd home run.
He's
How you
back.
feeling about that? Let that man sleep in.
He's back. How many home runs does Carter Jensen have to hit to clear his PR? Because he's getting dogged.
Season or like for the next couple weeks?
I don't know. I mean, he got dogged on really hard. Like
I think 3 home runs through this point of the season, I think it's gone. I don't care anymore. I didn't care in the first place.
He was on TMZ. Somebody brought up the point yesterday. They're like, man, Carter Jensen was 2 hours early to the game, and people are treating him like he showed up in the 6th inning. Like, I agree he shouldn't have played, but he's on TMZ for sleeping in. Like, he was probably an hour late, 30 minutes late.
That got away from him a little bit.
A little bit. So that's what I'm saying. Hit a couple more home runs, Carter Jensen.
But I'll tell you, I appreciate that it did because we get to have fun with it now.
It's true. I wonder, that's what I'm saying. How many home runs does he have to hit to no longer be that's the guy that messed his alarm? Like,
if he gets to 5 by the end of next week, he's in the clear.
That's right.
5 by the end of next week. Man, his home runs are just like lasers too. They're not bombs. They're just like
he's got people. I've seen what's his one of the MLB Network guys. I can't remember his name. I mean, he called him the Bryce Harper if he never stopped catching. Like, he's got that kind of pop.
If pitchers gave Jack Caglione the kind of pitches that Jensen's seeing right now, they never have. The tape says that they shouldn't. We'll come back. Shreyas Laddha joins us next.
This is Sports Radio KFH.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-10-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
Wichita Thunder
And
first
now,
responders.
digging deeper with the teams you follow, it's another Sports Daily Insider interview on KFH.
Sorry about that, Shreyas. Let me hit this here real quick. Wichita Thunder First Responders Night, Saturday, April 18th at 4:15. At Intrust Bank Arena, catch the annual police fire game starting at 4:15. End of season awards. Then before the game, text hockey to the number 20357 for your chance at a pair of tickets to the final game of the season. All right, Shreyas, welcome in our KU Insider, KC Star at SHRE98 on X. You ready for portal season? You got the energy for this, Shreyas? Because I know.
Right now, my life is filled with getting numbers from various sources and hoping a bunch of college basketball players and their agents text me back. If I sent you guys a screenshot of my text right now, you'd be like, you're coming off as very desperate. Like it feels like almost like online dating at points. But it has been a crazy last day and a half contacting and reaching out to a lot of different people. I got up today at 7 to do the exact same thing, maybe get some calls in, maybe get somebody early on the phone. A lot of it's just reaching out to this source and be like, hey, do you have this number? And okay, well, then searching out to another source and be like, hey man, I have this guy's number. Do you have that guy's number? So that's what life is like right now. And a lot of people not answering texts or calls because it's so early in the process, but you keep going.
Shreyas, there's no team left in Lawrence. They're all gone. What's the deal? Did you expect this? I don't think we expected this, right?
Well, I expected it. I wrote about it, guys.
You expected a mass exodus?
Yeah, I wrote about it.
I expected a small exodus.
Guys, it's a mass exodus every year in the transfer portal for every team except like 3. So, I expected at least 3 to 5 minimum guys. And at this point, we've had, 5 guys into the portal? The only 2 guys left are Samis and Cole Rosario as the 2 guys that actually played real minutes. I think maybe a guy or 2 might consider coming back. You have to check what's out there. But I absolutely expected this. Kansas wanted to redo the roster. They want to get bigger. They want to more physical. They want to get stronger. All these things are in mind with some of the guys that entered the portal. Jamari, candidly did not want to leave Kansas because he really liked Kansas, but I don't think he was as much of his influence thing. It's not a money related thing for Jamar McDowell. He was a Kansas guy through and through. I think this is if he saw the writing on the wall, okay, I'm not going to be a 6th, 7th guy. I'm probably going to be a 10th, 11th guy. And candidly, I was told that. Amarco and Jamari, the expectation was for them to not be the first 2 guys off the bench. So if you're them, even if you've been at Kansas as long as you have, why would you stick around for another year and not even have a potential role in the rotation, right? The Flory thing, not surprising. He's going to get the bag wherever he goes if he doesn't stay in the draft, which I don't think he will, just from kind of talking to different scouts. The Bryson Tiller thing, not surprising. I've written about it multiple times. He was shocked that he got benched. It wasn't great behind the scenes, for anybody. After the benching, I think he was really disappointed. I know the coaching staff and Bill Self got on him at different times, and I think it was difficult for him. So the only one I was kind of semi-surprised about was Paul Mbia, but that's because I had no idea what was going to happen with Paul Mbia, to be honest with you. I always thought it was 50-50. So we're not out of the woods yet, man. Cole Rosario or Samis could absolutely enter. And I've heard some rumors of Cole still making a not quite decision yet. I know he might be leaning towards being stayed at the moment, but we've seen how long guys take to enter the portal. It can happen a week or 2 in as well.
I want to ask you about Tiller more specifically. I get Kansas wanting to change the roster completely. Makes sense. Why wouldn't they? I'm a little nervous to look at a Bill Self team and right now wonder, are they going to have a center? Are they going to have a true center in this thing? Because Badunga and Tiller seem better than what they're going to be able to find out there. Is Tiller for sure gone, not coming back? No doubt about it. And Mbia, I guess, too.
Well, you can never say never in this day and age because stuff happens that we are not privy to, right? A number comes out, guys start thinking. I think there's some murmurs on Twitter that Tiller is trying to see what his asking price, et cetera, is out there. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I can tell you this. Unequivocally, a few weeks ago, right before right after the season ended, I was told that from a few different sources that the Tiller thing did not go down well. The benching, he didn't take it well. The coaching staff was very tough on him. I can tell you he didn't take the benching well. He was shocked that he got benched. Bill Self publicly hasn't been the nicest to Bryson Tiller. I think all of those things have had an effect into him entering the portal. That and, whatever his price point will be because he's a freshman that averaged 9 and 5 a game or whatever, or 7, whatever it was, 7 and 6 or something, 7 and 3, really. I don't know if Kansas wants to pay that price point. Depends on what's out there. But if Flory doesn't come back, which at this point, I don't really expect Flory to be a real, contention to return from everything I've heard and read, et cetera. But you have some money freed up, but that money that you're probably saving with Flory, you're probably going to pay Tyron Stokes if Stokes comes here. And I think Stokes is more of a real possibility than, obviously I think the thought process is maybe they pay the bigs they bring in a little less, but I think the expectation is, from what I gathered, is the spending budget is higher than last year. And I think they're going to spend more on the roster this year because if this is Bill Self's last year, it makes sense, right? That you want to, give him a roster to compete. Like, I was talking to people about UConn. I covered UConn before this. UConn had allegedly $10 to $12 million in NIL money alone. That doesn't include rev share. From what I consistently heard, the number of total money that Kansas got was like 10.5 this past year. Obviously, guys, take it with a grain of salt because we don't have the public record data. You're just talking to different people. But like, it's hard to, build a winning roster in college basketball with $10.5 million.
It's an insane sentence to say out loud. I was gonna say that whenever Bill Self came back, we got the renewed clarity and the investment, committed investment or whatever the words were, which basically tell you like, oh, they might spend this year, like they may go all in and do this kind of thing with no players and that budget. Now you think about who's in the portal, things of that sort. Is Stokes going to come? Is there a world where the roster is better than this year's roster? Because on paper, at this time last year, after they built it, I feel like we kind of liked where they were at. Were you in that camp?
I liked them, but I still didn't think they had shooting. And, for half the season, it didn't matter. And then it mattered in the last half of the season. I think they hit on a couple of the guys last year, right? And then they missed a few. Jaden Dawson was one. Cole Rosario just never really materialized in the way they expected. That was another guy. But then they hit on Melvin and Trey, which were two big hits. But, I expect the roster to be better than last year. They're going to spend more money this year. Like, candidly, it should be better than last year. And hopefully you don't have the weird incontinuity issues that Darren Peterson and his cramping and various injuries brought in, right? Like, guys, if it's not, Kansas fans should be disappointed. If it's not a team that makes it at least, Sweet 16, Elite 8 run in what could be Bill Self last year, Kansas fans absolutely should be disappointed. And, it's going to be important to get the right guys because you can have money spent and you get the wrong guys. Just look at Kentucky. They spend a lot of money on their roster, like a lot of money. Like I'd heard 22 to 25 million. So like they were horrible last year compared to what that roster output should have given them. So Bill and his staff are going to have to do a really good job of congregating on the certain guys they want, building around the guys. I expect them to have a better roster by August 1st than they did last year, even if they don't have the top end talent like they did, like with Darren Peterson. I like Tyron Stokes, but Darren is just a better player.
Okay, give us a name then. Shreyas Laddha's been fishing around a little bit, making some calls, hitting the pavement. Give me a name of somebody that will get Kansas fans excited that's on the table right now.
Well, I know Amari Evans, former OTE guy from Tennessee. He's pretty young. He's kind of unexciting in the sense of numbers, but he's a freshman last year. He showed some promise there. I know they have the UNC guy coming in for a visit, according to multiple reports. UNC Asheville, I should say. Multiple reports. But the interesting thing about that one is I think he's Stokes' agent as well.
I saw that.
So, I think there's some level of like continuity there.
Right.
Like you read the tea leaves a little bit. I know they are interested in JP Estrella. I've reached out to him. Isaiah Johnson, the one that I think is really, I've heard from multiple sources, is a guy to keep an eye out on. I think Kansas has a real shot at him from Colorado. He averaged 16 a game last year, 6'1" guard. I think he could be an absolute microwave scorer for them. Or, if they find the right fit, they could put him alongside Kinney maybe at the one spot and Kinney playing a two because he's kind of taller. I don't really know what the idea would be, but I think he'd be a guy that you absolutely want to get if you're Kansas. He can flat out score the ball. Isaiah Johnson is the guy, I think, that I look at. JP Estrella is not bad.
Okay.
They've been linked at Amari Evans, kind of a guy that could be a rotation guy. He was also at OTE. Who else have I texted? Let me bring up the list.
Can you reach out to the coaching staff and tell them that some knucklehead in Wichita watched Terrence Hill Jr. play in the A-10 championship and then in the tournament and thinks he's really good?
I will try my best.
Just give him a call.
This is my thing, Shreyas, while you're looking at that. I brought up earlier in the show is that like Wichita State right now, not that you know anything about the roster makeup of Wichita State or anything, they're bringing a lot of people back. Like they only have to fill 3 holes basically because of the guys that graduated. KU, as they go through this as the team 1 and you 2, like where do you even look? Like you just look at everybody, right?
Well, I don't even text the coaching staff about this stuff. I just, ask different sources from around the league and stuff like that and try to get numbers. It's more so you throw a bunch of darts at a wall.
It literally is just, hey, that guy looked good last year. He could be a Jayhawk, right?
I mean, honestly, it is, right? Like they were looking at former Kansas State player Day Ames.
Day.
Okay, yeah. Day Apes. That's another guy that, I tried to reach out to his agent. So I like the line of breaking news and getting stuff and not is very much pushing yourself to be annoying in this business, as you guys know. Yep. And I toe that line every day. Okay. Like a lot of things is just me cold calling and somebody being disarmed by the fact that I cold call them and they tell me information they probably shouldn't tell me. So as long as I get the number, I will try to get information out there. Last year when I was all over the portal stuff, it was absolutely just like a fiend trying to get phone numbers, cold calling and cold texting everybody and hoping this thing. But I think I talked to like 8 different guys and I wrote 8 different articles and not a single one of them ended up at Kansas. But there was such an interest in this stuff that even just have like Keyshawn Hall had this Zoom meeting. Here's what he says about how he would play alongside Darren Peterson. And here's what he said about that. I think there's a lot of like in this space of like agent told me X or assistant coach told me Y. I try to skip all that. Let's go straight to the source. Let's have them tell me about what happened in the meeting. Right. And I think that's kind of the way I go about things. And sometimes that doesn't mean they end up coming at Kansas, but at least how Kansas is recruiting directly and what they're asking on these Zoom calls or on these visits, et cetera. So hoping we'll get some of the same success from last year. Hopefully some of the guys that I talked to actually this time end up coming to Kansas. But the name I think to watch out for is Isaiah Johnson. I've heard that I think Kansas is very interested. I think there's a real shot that he would end up in Kansas. He'd be a fun player to add. And I think that they'll make him a priority.
Maybe that lessens the sting of Badunga going to Texas Tech. Yeah,
I don't think anything does that, guys. We're all like
that's gonna be brutal.
Kansas fans, wherever he ends up, even whether it's Texas Tech or Duke or Louisville, God knows. You just see he's going on a tandem visit to Louisville with some other guy from Oregon. They're playing the game beautifully. His Guardians and him, they're about to get an absolute bag from Kansas or whoever, as they should, because I've had sources outside of the program tell me they don't know if Florey's going to make more money in the NBA than he would in college basketball.
It's true.
He's I would agree with that. And he's the perfect example of why this is good for a lot of basketball players, because he doesn't profile to the NBA correctly.
Yeah, at least not right now. Maybe things change and he actually gets offensive game outside of 10 feet, but not at the moment.
All right, Shreyas, we'll follow along at the KC Star. Good luck. Godspeed.
Thanks, guys.
There goes Shreyas Laddha, our KU Insider. We're coming right back with more Sports Daily.